Well, good morning everyone and welcome to the stream. There is a revolution ongoing at Manchester United right now. And if you're excited for all that and you're joining us live, get involved in the chat already. If you're joining us after the stream, just skip forward 2 minutes so you get right into the action. Chat, how are we doing today? We doing well? WY, how are we doing, my friend? Saha, good afternoon, good morning from me. How are we all doing, guys? Hope we're all doing well. Good morning, Victor. Good morning, Deliso. Lots of opinions in the chat already. Just give us 1 minute, let everyone filter through and we'll get right into it. Let me know how we're doing on this fine Tuesday morning. Not Branthwaite. A lot of Branthwaite news. We're talking Branthwaite. We're talking some new players. KADIOGLU. I believe that's how I say his name. Cubas, how are we doing, my friend? I hope we're doing well. Mason Greenwood is a name discussion. Matthijs de Ligt, Manuel Ugarte, everyone we're going to be talking about today. Good morning. Basnut, I hope we're doing well. Shall we get in to the stream? Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the MPB Morning Show. I'm your host, Alex, at Alex Talks All, and today feels like Christmas, as we're genuinely trying to sign seemingly 2 centre-backs, 2 strikers, a left-back, a right back, and a partridge in a pear tree. If you're excited for that and a breakdown on every single move Manchester United are making, then make sure you hit the like button and smash the subscribe button. We're aiming for 5,000 subscribers in the month of July. And as always, get involved in the stream down below. It is a family, it is a community here on the MPB Morning Show. Also, stick about at 5 o'clock this evening. We are debuting an interview with Alex Crook, hosted by a good friend of mine, Neil Condola. Make sure you don't miss that. But before we get into anything else, I want to give a massive congratulations to the brand new INEOS team. I want you all to cast your minds back to the 30th of August 2021. Does anyone remember that date? Well, I do. It's the date in which Ronaldo came home and rejoined Manchester United, snapping him under Manchester City's noses in what would have been an absolute humiliation for Manchester United. This transfer, however euphoric and incredible and how Manchester United it was a damning indictment of the Glazer regime at Manchester United. Constantly and rightfully so, it was branded as lethargic, incompetent, slow, misguided, and simply put, poor. Yet in this transfer, they moved at a rapid pace, taking decisive action at every turn, effective communication between intermediaries, agents, and Cristiano Ronaldo himself. This just showed the true might, capability, and potential which Manchester United had when run properly, but it also revealed their true colours. They did this for PR because they were about to be publicly humiliated on a global level. Imagine, chat. Imagine Cristiano Ronaldo wearing the sky blue of not Manchester United, of Manchester City. How would you feel about that? They didn't do it for sporting reasons. In fact, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was one of the last men to know about that deal because they didn't do it for sporting reasons. They did it for PR and to save their own asses. Compare all that to last night. What happened last night, you may ask? A third bid for Branthwaite. We're getting closer to Matthijs de Ligt. We're going after a new left back. We're selling Aaron Wan-Bissaka. We're selling Mason Greenwood. We could be going after God. Who else? Who else are we going after, chat? Manuel Ugarte. Ivan Toney is a name being linked to us at the moment. We are going after everyone and their nan, and as I said earlier, a partridge in a pear tree all at once. Expertly reported a few days ago, Simon Jones said that a recruitment meeting had been held on Monday and it seemed structured and cohesive because the plan that's followed is equally as such. Manchester United are moving, ladies and gentlemen. This is the bar. This is how a serious football club acts, going after 5 different players all at once. Manchester United are moving. And chat, let me know if you are happy about this because believe me, I certainly am. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new revolution at Manchester United and long may it continue. So let's hear what we're feeling about. What is the big news that came last night though? It was the Jared Branthwaite bid broken by Chris Wheeler at the Daily Mail. Major breaking, Manchester United have submitted an improved offer of £45 million plus £5 million for Everton centre-back Jared Branthwaite. The Daily Mail would occasionally come under some stick, even from this chat. You lot aren't always the kindest to them. And you were saying that, look, how blah, blah, they have shown their reliability in swathes here, in tons and tons and tons. Everyone Wheeler beat everyone. He beat Fab. He beat David Ornstein, who'd gone every single exclusive, it seemed like, at the moment. So massive kudos to them. Chat, how do we feel? We're moving from Matthijs de Ligt. I mean, it's very clear in the report that Jared Branthwaite is a very separate deal to Matthijs de Ligt. How do we feel about bringing both these top centre-backs to the club? Let me know, chat. Let me know. WY Greenwood leaves today. I mean, we have so much to talk about today, my friend. So much to talk about. We're talking about him very, very soon. Xerxes, here we go. Incoming today. What are we thinking? I mean, how many here we goes can INEOS do in one day, chat? 2, 3, 4, 5? Who knows? The Jared Branthwaite bid. Let's look at the finances. We know Everton are holding out for £70 million. Is that it? £70 million, which Everton are holding out for, and we've gone in for around £50 million bid. It is an improvement on a £30 million bid. But let's just look at the wording of all of these different, reports around Branthwaite. Everyone's saying, look, David Ornstein, Manchester United's new offer of £45 million plus 5. I think Fab said as well. El Bubble, the sort of major Everton source, the Muppeteers equivalent for Everton, said Everton have rejected a bid worth up to £50 million from Manchester United for Jared Branthwaite. Note the words here. Just a bid, a new bid, the second bid. It's not the final bid for Jared Branthwaite, chat. We have to take that into account. And that to me means a third bid, maybe even a fourth, will eventually come. This is not an end of a pursuit for Jared Branthwaite. And I think Manchester United knew that this bid would be rejected. I think Orney said it himself. And is firmly expected to be rejected. This is from United's side. If there is an expectation for something to happen, they don't know it. Everton knew that was going to come in and be rejected. They didn't tell Orney that. This is from United's side. And El Bubble later on said, not immediately to be fair, they did think about it. About half an hour later, there were reports saying that Everton had rejected the bid for Jared Branthwaite. Now, let's think about Branthwaite for a second. How high would you go on that bid for him, chat? Because to me, I'd go as high as... I think that boy is generational. Honestly, I've been watching more and more of him. That boy is a monster. To me, £70 million, I think you go there. I think you go high there. I think £60 million plus 10 is almost fair. I mean, Sosa saying even £50 million is too much for me. Chat, I want to hear your thoughts and opinions. How expensive is Jared Branthwaite? £50 million, which is what we've bid. Is it 60? Is it 70? Could he be worth the original Everton evaluation of £18 million? Chat, I want to let you know. More than £50 million is ridiculous. Why? Why is it the English tax? I mean, Sosa says we're about to have a whole summer saga over an overhyped English centre-back. No way he is more valuable than De Ligt. De Ligt is in a slump. He's in a slump in his sort of value name recognition-wise. De Ligt a few years ago was the youngest captain of Ajax ever, it seems like. He had this sort of charisma and that sort of pull that everyone sort of felt attracted to him, and that sort of... He commanded your attention. He was a stalwart centre-back. He was more mobile than he is now. He's put more weight on, making him more powerful, a better box defender. I don't think it's made him a better wide channel defender, though. I think he's been caught out. He's had injury issues. Right now, Jared Branthwaite is a monster. He is a powerful, strong, two-footed centre-back. He had an incredible footballing upbringing at PSV under Ruud van Nistelrooy, the new Manchester United coach, may I add. And also at Sean Dyche at Everton. So that's where Jared Branthwaite comes into it for me. He is cultured footballing wise. And guys, if you're excited with this Branthwaite news, please don't hesitate to leave a like. We're at 15 likes right now. I'd love to double that and try and hit 30 likes on this stream today. £50 million max. He is not worth £70 million. Euro is a generational player, and I would not pay that for him. Chat, speaking about Euro as well, just a side thing. We won't go too much in depth for him. We are pursuing Jared Branthwaite, Matthijs de Ligt, but we haven't stopped pursuing Lenny Yoro. Do you know how insane that is? That we're also going after Joshua Xerxes. That we're also working on a deal for a number 6. That we're working on deals to sell our midfielders. That we're trying to get out Mason Greenwood. And we're still putting resources to try to bring in a player who has pretty much committed his future to Real Madrid because we think he is that good. This is a new look Manchester United, chat. We are absolutely moving like no other club in world football is. This is the potential. This is the minimum of what Manchester United should be doing. Trust me, we're about to see something incredible right now. Maguire part 2, mate. Tesla, I don't mind that comment. But I think you're understating Maguire's ability. Jared Branthwaite is faster, he's more physical, he's more engaging than Harry Maguire. That in its own is incredible. He's as good as a box defender. He's more versatile. He can play out as a left back. He can play as a right centre back. He can play as a left centre back. He is so versatile. He opens up so many different systems for us. We bring in Jared Branthwaite. We don't have to bring in another left back. Remember that. Javier Mas, the highly touted, the highly rated left back out of Carrington, well, he's going to be coming in a few soon, isn't he? That's his spot. Few years' time, I expect him to be the starting left back at Manchester United. Luke Shaw seems better than ever. That game, England v Switzerland, he was superb coming on the final 25-30 minutes. He was excellent. So chat, Branthwaite is necessary for that, to allow Javier Mas to come into the side and eventually get his starting point as the starting left back at Manchester United. What's the news on KADIOGLU? We're talking about him very, very soon. Jared Branthwaite, chat. Yeses or nos? There's over 130 of you in here right now. I want to see a stream of yeses, a stream of nos. Do you want Jared Branthwaite at Manchester United Football Club? I want to know. We should pay 60 million maximum for Jared Branthwaite. To be honest, De Ligt needs us more than we need De Ligt. He wants to revive his career, hence he's coming in cheap. Basnet, that is an excellent comment. Remember the things about Matthijs de Ligt and Joshua Zirkzee, neither of them are starting at the Euros. Neither of them. And that's in that Dutch side. We just got Memphis Depay starting, which, for God's sake, he's been appalling at the Euros. And Joshua Zirkzee can't get it ahead of him. Wout Weghorst is starting there. Those lads' stocks, for better or worse, aren't starting for their national teams. To me, it's a matter of preference. I don't love Koeman as a coach. I think he's misprofiled Zirkzee. I think he's misprofiled Matthijs de Ligt. And I think he doesn't like the fact that de Ligt can't be a wide channel defender, despite him being the best in the world at being a central centre-back. So it doesn't make sense. So they want to come to United, a big club, the biggest club in the world. And they want to force their way back into the national team side. So Basnet, that's an excellent take from you there, my friend. I'll do a poll right now. Not over 55 million. Branthwaite, yes or no? Let's see what you lot are saying about Jared Branthwaite. Get involved in the chat, everybody. Get involved. It's putting a poll right now. Would you sign Jared Branthwaite for over, let's say, £55 million? There's a poll in the chat view right now. Huda, I seriously think we now sign Hanko at cheap and move on short and sign that Turkish left back. Your thoughts, Alex? We're talking about the left back position right now, actually. Let's talk on about the new lad in town, KADIOGLU. The new lad in town, everybody. A name none of us were linked to. The Muppeteers jokingly linked him to us, what was it, a couple of weeks ago, and now he's a serious contender. He is a 24-year-old, he's a left back out of Fenerbahce, and he is from the Netherlands. And he was reported to us first by, I'm going to butcher this name, sorry chat, Yazo Sag, oh god no, I'm not even going to try that. I'm going to call him Yago for this stream, if that's okay, chat. I hope he doesn't mind if he's watching. He is the premier Turkish source. Anything he says goes. It absolutely goes. And he says Manchester United are interested in signing Fenerbahce left back Ferdi KADIOGLU. Everybody, this is from the recruitment meeting. I will read out the report right now from Simon Jones. Manchester United will hold a recruitment meeting on Monday as they look to push ahead on imminent transfers. That was exclusively reported by Simon Jones. He was there first. I think it was then corroborated by other sources. But again, it stemmed from that meeting. They have a plan in place. They've got their structured plan and they're moving forward with it, chat. And KADIOGLU seemingly is the man they're going to go with for their left back spot. Hanko is a name. Let me find that report. It's someone who's been linked to us. He is a left centre-back and a left-back. He can play both sides. I don't know. Who's he played for, chat? Who's he played for? I can't quite find it. KADIOGLU is so exciting. Chat, has anyone watched him here? Has anyone watched him much? I haven't watched loads of him. I'm not going to lie. But I want to hear your opinions. Koeman is the Netherlands version of Southgate. The Neanderthal version of Southgate, Cubis. The Neanderthal. I think he plays centre-back too. Turkey or Netherlands. He's from the Netherlands. I think he is Turkish. I think he's got dual nationality. Ferdi is a right-footed player. Is he going to play left back or right back? Now, this is really interesting. Chat. Remember this entire time under Erik ten Hag, it's been this whole left centre-back, left back, have to be left-footed players. Right centre-back, right-footed players. Ferdi or KADIOGLU is a left-footed player. He is, he's a right-footed player, but he's been brought into a left-back. Is this sort of Jason Wilcox influence on the style? Are we maybe moving towards inverted fullbacks? Is that what we're going towards? He's been insane in the Euros. Is this KADIOGLU or Hanko? Let me know. A proper left back, nice to see. I mean, I still want Ligt and Branthwaite at left back, chat, which you won't let me have. None of you will let me have that, but still, I think he plays centre back too. Yeah, no, Diallo played left back for us, but tell me, when did Rashford, when did Garnacho, when did the team look better? When we had Diallo coming inside and sort of underlapping our wingers? Or when we had a bombing, straight up traditional left back in Luke Shaw? Rashford is at his best. Shaw is at his best. They're top 20 players, top 10 players in the world when they partner each other. They are that good at football. By the way, is Malacia still injured? Didn't see him return. Chat, does anyone here still think Malacia is alive? Does anyone still here think Malacia is alive? Let me know. He's been insane in the Euros. I mean, Turkey were that dark horse team, weren't they? And you know what? If he was a part of that, I'm really happy about it. Yes, KADIOGLU's improved so much. I'm watching from 2022. Not going to lie, when I signed him in FIFA 2022, had some interesting stats. We're not doing FIFA signings over here at United. I really bloody hope that Dan Ashworth and Jason Wilcox and all those guys go, yeah, you know what? Where are we scouting from? Let's go to FIFA. Yeah, you know what? I don't really think so, chat. I don't really think so. Malacia is nowhere to be seen. I mean, was he at training? I'd love for him to be at training. I saw Malacia picture with the new kits. I know he's in the new kits. I know he's alive in the new kits, chat. Caddy is the perfect player for us. I mean, if you lot are excited about him, I'm going to do a deep dive on him today. I've got a load of time today. So I'm going to be watching him and Hincape, Kyle. Trust me, I haven't forgotten about you. Are we getting you? Are we doing a deep dive on him tomorrow? And if you don't want to miss that, hit the subscribe button and smash that like button. We've got a channel record number of people in the stream so far today. So let's go for channel record 60 likes, and I really appreciate a subscribe as well. Turkish left back can play left back, right back, and centre mid, so he's a nice hybrid. And Hanko would be good cover for Lisandro Martinez. And IMO we signed both for under £50 million. It's interesting, personally, that we're talking about Hanko, as well as Yoro, as well as Branthwaite, and as well as Matthijs de Ligt. To me, it seems that we are going towards something different. Under Erik ten Hag, pretty much, we played a 4-back. I mean, does anyone remember we played a 5-back? I mean, does anybody? Like in a big game, or just consistently doing a 5-back every week. And there's also talk, I think the Athletic said, from this recruitment meeting, we're also looking at Ivan Toney and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Both players are people who Sam C. Reports from the United Stand spoke about recently. So look, there's definitely truth in those links. So chat, are we going for a 3-back and a 2-up-top system? Is that where we're going towards in this sort of new Erik ten Hag INEOS corroborating vision? Is that what we're going towards? Let me know, chat. Let me know. Is that what you'd want to see us play? Or do you think that misuses people like Ahmad, misuses people like Alejandro Garnacho, Marcus Rashford, despite some of you wanting to sell him? If he's there, I mean, can you play him in a 3-back with 2 strikers? There's no room for them, surely. Toney is my dream signing, not going to lie. I mean, he has the mentality, the arrogance of a United player. I wasn't too fond of him and his sort of arrogance until that England penalty. Staring down Sommer, just walking up to the spot and just placing it. I'm sorry, that's Bruno Fernandes level penalties on steroids. Ivan Toney would be a fantastic signing for us. But we're getting into the striker situation very, very soon, discussing all 3 of those strikers, but now we're still discussing the left back spot. So KADIOGLU, Hanko, let me know, chat. Let me know, who would you rather have? Would you bring either of them in, or would you rather bring in Branthwaite? Let me know. Our current wingers, we need a front 3 of striker, left wing, right wing. Yeah, I disagree with that. Alex Fenerbahce is interested in Lindelof, so that can give us the leverage to sign KADIOGLU. Oh, Huda, what a point. Chat, would you do a Lindelof KADIOGLU deal? Getting rid of a centre-back who, quite frankly, is a pansy. He's scared to get in contact. He doesn't love a bit of rough and tumble in the box. Would you then bring in a promising 24-year-old versatile fullback? Chat, let me know, would you do that deal? Let me know. Xerxes not, here we go. Yeah, I'm hoping so today, mate. I'm hoping that today we reach that. We are back as a normal club. We're booming. Business is booming at Manchester United Football Club. Both, I mean, yeah, that is very fair. That is very fair. Cubis buying Tony is a huge mistake. We would want to play every game and it has a huge ego. Do we want to see our dressing room in chaos? I don't think so. He seems like a lad who really gets along with the boys at England. That's what I think. I don't think he's going to be that... He's not a dressing room cancer. I don't think so. All day long, I agree. Swapping those two players would be a dream. And chat, we've spoken about the left-back spot. It's time to get into some exciting players. Let's talk about our strikers, everybody. So, Ivan Toney, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Joshua Xerxes, Rasmus Højlund, all names being linked with already here being the Manchester United starting number 9 next season. Out of those four, who would you rather have up front for your football club? Say we signed, say in this dream world we move on, I don't know. Say we sell Sancho for £40 million to Juventus and we then get to bring in an Ivan Toney because Athletic reported we could get Ivan Toney for as low, I mean this, for as low as £40 million. £40 million for Ivan Toney. Chat, that is an absolute bargain. Dominic Calvert-Lewin was linked to a move for Newcastle for as low as £25 million. That sort of price range. That is the sort of deals we are doing at this football club, everybody. Like, can we swap Aaron Wan-Bissaka as well? We've got some Aaron Wan-Bissaka news we'll be discussing very, very soon. And we're going to be revealing where his probable destination this summer is. Rasmus is our number 1. He is a diamond. He scored 16 goals last season in a dysfunctional sort of setup at Manchester United where he didn't really have everything set up in the midfield. Service wasn't always there. And Rasmus Højlund scored 16 goals as a raw football player. That boy is going to get a 30-goal season within 3 years. Trust me, chat. Trust me. West Ham will bid for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Yep. We're talking about that soon, though. And who would replace him? That'll be the questions we'll be asking. But let's talk about the other strikers. Ivan Toney and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Both English, sort of in line with this INEOS idea to get a British core at United. It's almost like we're going to be doing a British-Dutch empire at Manchester United. For every Dutch player we sign, we're going to try and bring in a British lad. It's seemingly how we're going. We sign a British striker, get in a Dutch striker. It's actually true. We're signing Matthijs de Ligt. We're also going to sign Ligt and Branthwaite. This club can't make up our mind. We're signing both. Ugarte is the only lad so far we're sort of strongly linked with who's not either Dutch or British. Chat, oh my God. That's quite funny, actually. Toney over Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I'd agree with you. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, to me, is a very, he's an aerial threat. He is a box threat. And that is a really fun thing to have. He wouldn't be anything more than a squad player. Last 15, 20 minutes, you throw him on at the end of the pitch and just hope for the best. You get Bruno to whip those balls and get Diallo to do those nice, lovely looping balls in. Luke Shaw as well, flinging those balls in, and you expect Dominic Calvert-Lewin to get his head in it every single time. Out of the two, none of the above. I mean, that's interesting. I mean, I'll pose a question to the chat. I'll pose a question, but first of all, 59% of you said you'd sign Ligt and Branthwaite. God, see, you lot agree with me, but let's ask the question. Who would you rather have? Dominic Calvert-Lewin or DCL or Toney or Joshua Xerxes? I think I know who's going to win this one. But you know what? I'm going to ask you lot anyway. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is so bad. He's not. He's not. Only headers and tap-ins. Do you know how difficult scoring tap-ins in world football? Remember Theo Baker chat off pitch side? He once said that he could score 8 goals a season for Manchester City. None of us, right now in this chat, could score more than 1 goal a season for City. We would get lucky once and that's it. Do you know how difficult it is to score a tap-in? Which is why I don't like that Dominic Calvert-Lewin is so bad because, we can only do that. So, right, that's one of the most valuable traits in football is to score the easy goals. That's why I can't stand it when people ridicule Haaland. Because he scores goals that everyone thinks they can, but only he can do consistently. How are financials allowing us to sign another striker? I think our sales are going better than what it seems. Because let's sort of talk about the way we're conducting business very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. We're doing it in a very slow, methodical basis. We're grinding teams down. But not I mean slow as in, we're going to take months to do it. But look at the Branthwaite, for example. Opening up with a bid. We know they're in trouble. Can we tempt them in? Okay, fine, they move on players. That's fine. That's fine. They save their financial situation. But we know that Branthwaite wants to move to Manchester United. So what do? We put in not a good bid, let's be honest. I think 45 plus 5 is still a little bit of a low ball. I think 50 plus 5 is actually quite fair. That's a very fair bid. I think we've sort of dangled that in front of Everton. And we've dangled that mainly, not for Everton, but for Javed Branthwaite. We've got Branthwaite. We've given you a fair bid here. Everton aren't going to budge at all. How about you sort of nudge Everton a little bit and throw a little bit of a hissy fit? Throw in a transfer request maybe. Say you won't turn up to training. Say you won't sort of put in the performance required. Say you won't really perform under the manager. That's, I think, what we're trying to get Branthwaite to do, chat. We're trying to nudge him in the right direction to join Manchester United. That's what I think we're doing at the moment. That's what I think we're doing. But again, look at Xerxes. We were slow and methodical. We were sort of very contentious with how we offered him his role. A lot of convincing went into it. Ruud van Nistelrooy, before he had even his signature on the dotted line of his Manchester United contract, he was talking to Joshua Xerxes. Erik ten Hag was calling him every day to convince him, and now Fabrizio Romano is saying he can't wait to be a Manchester United player. That Joshua Xerxes is desperate to join. That even at the Euros, all he can think about is Manchester United. That change, that turnaround, that convincing doesn't happen overnight, but it has to be solid. It has to be consistent. And that's what we've done with Joshua Xerxes. And like Matthijs de Ligt, I mean, that's a very easy deal. He's desperate to join United. He wants to rejoin Erik ten Hag. That connection is there. And the Bayern Munich board and the United board are seemingly getting along very, very, very well. And up front, again, sort of sounding out Tony and Dominic Calvert-Lewin for a while. Sorting out our sort of outgoings. And now that they're sort of a bit more concrete. Oh, Tony, how would you feel about coming to United? Oh, you're only worth £40 million, are you? Oh, that's wonderful. How about you come? How about we sort of tease that for a little bit, see if he's interested. It's that sort of cohesive structure which we have above us now, and Dan Ashworth with Jason Wilcox, with Omar Bavada, who I think has now officially started work, if I'm not mistaken, or is very, very soon about to start work, at least officially. That allows us to move this sort of methodically, this plans, this cohesively. I mean, how many deals are we working on? What, 5, 6 at once? Incomings and outgoings, let's think about it. We are working at once. Matthijs de Ligt, Joshua Xerxes, KADIOGLU, maybe Hanko, Branthwaite, Xerxes, selling Mason Greenwood, selling Jadon Sancho, connecting with Ivan Toney. Manchester United missed out on Darwin Núñez, Frenkie de Jong, Thiago Alcantara. Like all of these top players because we were stretched too thin. Look at how well we're doing now, chat. Look at how well we're doing. Branthwaite isn't a United fanboy. He can still go to other top teams maybe next summer. If not this one, says Jitty and Joseph. Next summer, I reckon we'll be in a position where nobody will want to turn down Manchester United. I promise you. No one's going to turn us down. I am so confident in how we're moving right now. We are moving like a well-oiled machine. It's what happens. It's what happens when you appoint the best in class. And I certainly hope Erik ten Hag is the best in class coach for us. But we've spoken about a lot of incomings. Shall we speak about a potential outgoing in Mason Greenwood, United's former star boy? Is he 21, 22 years old now? He's Matthijs de Ligt, FC. But yeah, no, I know. We'll be talking about him soon. I've seen Mason Greenwood live. In my opinion, one of the brightest young talents to ever come out of England, let alone Manchester United. He will be, he's on his way to Marseille, everybody. He's on his way to Marseille. Let's break it down. Fabrizio Romano said, in any case, Manchester United will include a big sell-on clause into the sale of Mason Greenwood. It could even be up to 40 to 50% of his future sale. And what's really nice about this is if I can find... Am I back? I'm back. Wonderful. Sorry about that, chat. Sorry. Marseille's offer for Mason Greenwood is confirmed to be £27 million. Manchester United are likely to need the money from the Greenwood deal to buy Javed Branthwaite. First of all, that is an incredibly accurate report. Chris Wheeler, as I think we've all finally sort of realised now, thankfully you lot have, he's a phenomenal journalist. The Daily Mail have had one of the most impressive journalistic performances in recent transfer windows. They've been spot on everywhere. And £27 million is a lot better than I thought it would be, if I'm being completely honest. Imagine that. £30 million, 50% sell-on clause. I think United are betting that Mason Greenwood is going to be a monster. He's going to do so well in France. He's got a full season of sort of football under his belt, and he's going to kick on and get even better for Marseille. And Roberto De Zerbi as well. I mean, we're probably hoping Barcelona come knocking, Atletico Madrid come knocking at Marseille in 2, maybe 3 years and pay a shed load of money. £60 million, £70 million, £80 million. Because by then, he's away from the club who are desperate to get rid of him and at a club who value him. I mean, it just makes sense. We could be earning around £60 million from Mason Greenwood for a player whose career was very recently practically dead in the water. I know there was lag, so I think we're all back now. I think we're all good. Is the here we go today, says Kadali. I think today we get the first here we go of the Manchester United transfer window. Mason Greenwood to Marseille. Here we go. I'm expecting that today. We can add the £27 million of Donny's 500k. Oh, no, it's Donny left here we go wise. They got Donny left. He went to Girona, didn't he? Oh, bless his cotton socks. Bless his soul. £500,000. God, how the mighty have fallen. Remember that tweet of him standing like with his arms crossed? Like looking so happy with him. I feel really sorry for him. What was it like? A player's born to play for United or something. God. The nostalgia. Chat, we are at 150 viewers so far. Can we hit 50 likes on the video? That's 8 likes away. If you're enjoying the stream so far, please make sure to get involved and show your support. At 5 p.m, we've got Alex Crook of TalkSport on the show, so make sure you don't miss that either. Sancho Chiesa swap, would you take Chiesa, Alex? No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. Not a chance. I don't think I'd take Chiesa. Too injury prone. Greenwood will not make big moves due to his reputation. I think he would. I think he will. I think United needs to get rid of him because we don't want him. We don't want that PR. I think in England especially, he will never have a home at a good price. Overseas, he definitely can. The pressure is less intense there. And look, that's where he's going to go. But chat, how much do you think, and just a hypothetical for you now, how much would Mason Greenwood be worth if he didn't have his sort of noise surrounding him? To me, by now, he would be £150 million worth of player. That's how he'd be. How old's Chiesa? He's like 26, isn't he? That's how old Chiesa is. Sule Sancho swap, that's who I'd take. You know what? Swapping Sancho and bringing like a Sule, bringing in a... I've watched another Desiree Doué. I've watched a bit more of him recently. Sule, I know, hates on the overlap. I'm sure we're all very aware of him on this chat. He loves Sule. So look, that's a deal I'd do. Spurs should bid for Sancho, £40 million. Spurs are currently generating one of the best young crops of talent I've ever seen in the Premier League. Like, they've got an army over there. I'm doing a Leeds FM save at the moment, and Archie Gray is balling out for me. Spurs have got a monster there. That's not how I judge players, don't worry. But yeah, the reason why I love this is you always read the chat. I always read the chat. It's a community. It's a family here on the MPB Morning Show. That's what it is. How Everton are asking for £70 million. He's barely made 2 appearances for England. Because he's a monster. Look, we'll talk about Diallo Branthwaite again in a bit. But shall we? We've spoken about Mason Greenwood. He's a good topic of discussion. Shall we talk about Matthijs de Ligt, everybody? The flying Dutchman, the monster himself. Let's talk about him. Chris Wheeler last night revealed that, let me find it, Manchester United are close to agreeing a £43 million fee with Bayern Munich for Matthijs de Ligt. This is big. This is really, really, really big for me. This is really big because not only moved for Diallo Branthwaite and submitted a bid there, I think with de Ligt, we'll wait until after the Euros to really sign it all off, dot all the I's, cross all the T's. That's what I think we're going for. How are you doing, KD? Hope you're doing well, mate. That's what I think our position is with de Ligt. That's what I'm sort of gunning towards. But how are we feeling about that? £43 million, is it fair? To me, absolute bargain, chat. Absolute bargain. Look, the more I watch de Ligt, the more I read about him, the more I talk to people who really watch him, the more I see that 59,000 Bayern Munich fans have signed a petition to not sell Matthijs de Ligt. Yeah. I'm convinced about de Ligt at Manchester United. I am excited. De Ligt with the Dutch... Yeah, exactly. De Ligt and buzzing versus Carl Duncan. Chat, there's over 130 of you in the stream right now. I want to hear the results. Yeses or nos. Would you sign... No, how happy are you that Matthijs de Ligt is joining United? And would you sign anyone else? 8 out of 10 for de Ligt. Oh, here's a good point. £43 million for de Ligt. Has anyone changed their mind? Rate that signing out of 10. £43 million is okay, but his wages. Pandy, let me talk to you, my friend. De Ligt is taking a wage cut to join United. First of all, listen to that statement. Let me say it again. A football player, a highly touted, big name, big star, a former Ajax captain, former Juventus captain, a Bayern Munich stalwart, is taking a pay cut to join a Europa League Manchester United. Say that out loud once more. That is insane to think about personally, chat. Don't you think? Honestly, saying I'm buzzing for this transfer. So am I, Sonny. So am I. So am I. It's really quite huge that a player is this desperate to join United. And you know what? Maybe it's because of Erik ten Hag. Maybe it's because he wants to force his way back into Manchester, to the Dutch national team. Either way, he wants us so much and thinks he will succeed here so much that he's willing to take a pay cut to what? £180,000 a week? £190,000 a week? That is what he's going for. That's really good. That is like £30,000 more than we're paying for Branthwaite, which to me, absolute steal. Absolute steal. Duncan says, Kyle Sawyer, De Ligt will be absolutely loved in the Stretford end. He will be. He will be. Chat, think about the players we've loved over the... Well, sorry, no, maybe not you, but Old Trafford, and particularly the Stretford end. Scott McTominay, whenever I'm there, Scott McTominay is a player who's always chanted for. Bruno is always chanted for. Matthijs was chanted for a lot when he was at the club when I was there. Rashi gets a lot of love. Lisandro Martinez is adored there. Fred as well. Fred's really was liked by a lot of Old Trafford. What do all these players have in common? They're either academy graduates or some of the hardest working people on the pitch who will put their body and their soul, blood, sweat and tears, spilling everything out, throwing up on the pitch as well for Manchester United or their academy graduate. And that is what Matthijs de Ligt will do. That is what he brings. He is a monster, everybody. He is a monster, and he is going... I think, yeah, I'm excited for De Ligt. I think he's going to fit right in at Manchester United. He is a cultural fit, everybody. A perfect cultural fit for Manchester United. Will you take Mark Gahey for £50 million or Branthwaite for £50 million? Branthwaite. You know, ideally, the more I've been thinking about it, a Branthwaite's Matthijs de Ligt partnership, yeah. Chat, I want that. I really would quite like that. I don't know about you lot. A Branthwaite de Ligt partnership will be dominance. Imagine a ball coming in. Imagine poor Erling Haaland. He bosses every other centre-back partnership in world football. And then sort of struts up and sees de Ligt standing there. Sees Branthwaite standing there. Both are 6'2", 6'3". One of them has a really good vertical in Jarrad Branthwaite. The other is just a physical machine who can just sort of poke Haaland, will drop dead to the floor. That is our centre-back partnership. That's what it could be. And even say we don't get Branthwaite. Say it's Lisandro Martinez in with him. Oh, come on. Lisandro Martinez has dealt with Erling Haaland before. Has dealt with the top centre-backs before. I mean, that's what you want. That's what you want. Those three could have one. Imagine those in a back three. De Ligt, Branthwaite, Lisandro Martinez. Let me know. Would that work, chat? Would that work? Wanted De Ligt for years as Carl Duncan. I get that. Remember the Muppeteers sort of started out through De Ligt rumours. That's their sort of grew to prominence. I mean, apparently the deal was fake at the time, and they've gone leaps and bounds since then. But still, Haaland bullied Branthwaite when then he met Leach. He didn't bully Branthwaite. Branthwaite has a tendency, as he's a young lad. He is young. He's 2021. He's very rash at times. And He'll learn. Is the streamer called Alex? He is. Oh, Alex, you've also got a great name, my friend. You've got a great name. Inacio is left-footed. He will not suit our team. What do you mean that won't suit our team? Pal, the reason why Inacio won't suit our team is he's like Lindelof. He's a centre-back. A big centre-back. That is like, what, 6'1", 6'2"? Hates contact. Can't defend wide areas. He's just Victor Lindelof, but with a better left foot and better passing range. That's what he is. I don't know. I know you would sit Leach on the bench for them, and that's crazy. I wouldn't sit Lisandro Martinez on the bench. To be honest with you, Branthwaite is capable of playing right centre-back. He did it under Ruud van Nistelrooy, who has now got, by the way, if you hadn't heard already, a coach at Manchester United. Do you see the video of him walking about the streets of Manchester? Made me so happy that he's back, honestly. Oh, makes me very, very, very happy. The Butcher is better than Branthwaite. I think Lisandro Martinez is one of the best centre-backs in the league and is better than both De Ligt and Jarrad Branthwaite. in my humble opinion. I think he's better than both. Why is no club looking at Antonio Silva Benfica? I think it's too expensive. I think he'd go for £100 million. I think he'd go for that much. Yup, a 3-5 to a Branthwaite, Lisandro Martinez de Ligt would work well in some games. It would work well in every game. Imagine any time trying to come forward against that back three. Lisandro Martinez as the central centre-back. Actually, no. Yeah, no, Ooh. Chat, how would you do those centre-backs? Because I think the problem with those lot is Branthwaite is capable of being a wild channel defender. Is De Ligt and Lisandro Martinez capable of it? Could you put them out wide? Could you? Let me know. Because I don't know, who do you have the central centre-back and who the wide centre-backs? Because to me, Martinez and De Ligt may not be able... Oh, I don't know. Let me know. Benfica are like supreme fives. They've got an incredible talent pool. Was it João Neves? Oh, pardon me, chat. João Neves. Enzo Fernandez recently. Darwin Núñez. They just sort of churn out 80 million plus talents. It's actually silly. Every game, are they fast enough to catch up with Mbappe and City? Mbappe and Vinny, sorry. No, but no one's capable of doing that, unfortunately. The only player in world football who can probably do that is Kyle Walker. And maybe Mickey van der Ven. Good competition? Yeah, I'd get that. I do. I mean, I know what you lot... I think if you've been on this stream before, you'll know, and here's a controversial opinion. I'd have Branthwaite as my left back, Lisandro Martinez as my left centre-back, my right centre-back is Matthijs de Ligt, my right back is Diallo, and I would get rid of Luke Shaw. Alex says, can we steal Benfica's scouts? Let me tell you, my friend, Manchester United have the best scouting network in the world. The best scouting network in the world. The Athletic have confirmed it. Sources from all over different clubs, all over Europe, all over the world have confirmed it. And I mean, look at who we're looking at. These sort of niche names. Hanko, KADIOGLU. These names who no one even spoken about in the mainstream media, and now we're going after them because the scouts have identified something in them that we need to be bringing in. These are the smart signings we're going to be making, and soon, once we have a stronger squad where we afford to make luxury youth signings, we are going to be able to go after that South American market, and we are going to take it for everything it owns. Going to the Championship and getting the next Adam Wharton, the next Alex Scott, the next Amad Diallo. That's what we're going at. That's what we're going for. Hubert says, we have very good scouts. We have the worst owners who never listen to the scouts. I mean, if you missed my speech at the start of the stream, make sure at the end of this, go back and watch it. Because I went in depth about how poor the Glazers have been and used the Ronaldo transfer as the sort of highlight of it. Yes. Was it a euphoric moment? Was it one of my favourite moments in the transfer market ever? Yes. I was sat on a beach in Cornwall, scrolling on my phone the entire time, not enjoying the beach, because I was that excited for the Ronaldo transfer. He brought that much joy, that transfer did, but it was all for the wrong reasons. It was for PR, it was to avoid humiliation. It was sort of abandoning the project Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was building. Here, the club is working hand in hand with Erik ten Hag to build the best possible team for us to take into next season. And so far, it's looking really good. Dan Bazungu says that Circuit's left back looks like an absolute outstanding talent. Is that KADIOGLU? I mean, I'll watch a load of him today. How about that, chat? I'll watch a load of him today. I watched Vance channel when Turkey played, and he was drooling over him. He seemed to wear everyone. I mean, we'll see. I'll watch him. I'm always a bit hesitant about European competitions and about what they do to players because there's often more space for them to work, and it's often less system-based and more profile-based. So I'll see. I'll watch him. I'll watch him a couple of times. Pardon me, chat. Ligt and Ligt partnership. I wait for this. Glory, Man United. Hell yeah, mate. Hell yeah, Linan. Hell yeah. Too early for Amas to be Shaw's backup. No, but he's good enough to be the third left-back choice, in my opinion. He's good enough to be the third left-back choice. He was the 5th ranked defender last season behind only the 3 Arsenal defenders and Porro. So no, he's not overrated, but worth £70 million. Granted, but definitely not overrated. Arcady, you're coming with some incredible points today, my friend. Coming with some incredible points. Let me just check if any news has dropped very quickly. I'm assuming it has. Let's have a little look. Here we go. Matthijs de Ligt, everybody, from CF Bayern. We're going to talk about this a little bit in depth. Matthijs de Ligt has made it clear to Bayern Munich that he wants to join Manchester United. Boys, we're getting him. Matthijs de Ligt to Manchester United. The here we go will be very, very soon. I love it. I absolutely love it when a player wants to come to this football club. It makes me so happy. Honestly, you will sure be very, very, very excited. Get sure about take a Twix and Lucasade and get a proper left back. You lot hate Shaw. You lot hate him. You lot hate him. Now, hopefully, if you love this stream just as much as you hate Shaw, you'll be sure to leave a like on the video. We're 2 likes away from 60 likes. It would mean the world to me if we could hit that. And we are only less than 400 subscribers away from hitting that 5,000 subscribers. It would mean the world to me if we can hit that in the next few weeks. I mean, everyone's talking about Mbappe at the moment. Good God. Hanko versus Mbappe, who would you pick? I mean, I don't know. I don't know, Cubis. I don't know. Chat, those who've watched them, get involved. Talk with each other. Which one do you think will be our first INEOS signing? De Ligt or Xerxes? Ooh, De Ligt. De Ligt. That's what I'm going with. That's what I'm going with. And chat, don't go anywhere. In the last sort of few minutes of the stream, we have 15 minutes left. We're going to be going in depth on our number 6 in Manuel Ugarte and any other outgoings. You don't want to miss a beat. Lol, no one hates Shaw. He just plays part-time football. So you're on a roll today, mate. You're on a part-time football. Man's talking like he plays Sunday League. Like he plays amateur football for like, I don't know, Dorking or whatever. Oh, Sosa. Oh, dear God. But shall we go on to talk about Manuel Ugarte, everybody? I believe it was Alexis Bernard who reported the news. Here we go. Manchester United have made an offer of £38 million plus several bonuses to PSG for Manuel Ugarte. Luis Enrique has to decide whether to sell the midfielder or not. Let's think about this. First of all, I would like some corroboration from some English sources, from a Wheeler, who I'm now going to hold in that regard, from a Simon Jones, who I'm going to hold in that regard, from an Ornstein, from a Fabrizio Romano, from a Muppeteers. I want those sort of people to corroborate on this, because so far it sort of reads like just an inquiry. I don't think it's an official bid. Otherwise, Orny would have definitely reported it by now. He definitely would have been told about it. So look, I think, to me, we're just having another talk with PSG about, look, what are they going to accept? To me, I think we've probably said, look, we'll give you £38 million. All in all, they've said, look, can you give us £38 million and some more? I'm guessing that's the conversation that's been had. Ugarte should be loaned to buy, not permanent deal. Pal, you've been a wonderful addition to the stream. What a point. I agree with you. I agree. WY, we need Ugarte. I think we need him for a season. I think we need him for a season because there's no other 6 on the market for a cheap enough price. Who will sort of fill in that role. But Manuel Ugarte is probably the man for that. But look, I'm going to sort of urge caution on that report. I think Alexis Bernard is an excellent journalist. I just think he's probably been I think he's over-egging it a little bit. I don't think an official bid has gone in. But chat, let me know, is Manuel Ugarte the man you want? And is £38 million a sort of bid that you think is fair? Do you think it should be a loan with an obligation to buy, or should we be paying whatever PSG want because it is absolutely necessary at Manchester United? Alex, loan to buy would be good. Would give us more funds this window. Good business. If it was a loan with an option to buy, I agree with you. That's what it would do. But loan with an obligation to buy, typically what that does is it just sort of takes out the funds from this window. So we would lose like £25 million or something of that sort. But Manuel Ugarte, to me, let me give you my opinions on him. He can play in a double pivot alongside Kobbie Mainoo or alongside a Sofian Amrabat. That is what he can do. I don't think a club like Manchester United in the Premier League on his own, in a midfield with Kobbie Mainoo and Bruno Fernandes, he cannot be in a single pivot. He is not a number 6 for that. He's not good enough at sort of looking after the ball on his own. Enough for that. He's not good enough at covering enough ground. Albeit, I think he's doing really rather well for Uruguay. Carl Duncan, don't you dare say that. I'm not even going to say his name on this stream because we're going to talk about him for ages and you lot hate that. But yes, Ugarte, I just don't think he's good enough to be a single pivot. I am convinced in a double pivot, Manuel Ugarte is for at least this stage in that process, a Manchester United process midfielder. He is a long-term squad player for the side. He is, in many ways, a better Fred. He is more technically secure. Let's not get it wrong there. He breaks up play better. He's a better ball carrier. He's powerful. His long strides ability to burst through midfield. Yeah. That to me, yeah, that is that's what you want at the football. Chat, leave me alone. Cubus, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. But that sort of talent with the guy has to sort of drive through and break up midfielders, not by passing through them, because he's a very safe passer, but by flying through them. Yeah, that's what Manuel Ugarte is good at. And Fred doesn't have that. But again, I did mention safe passer. You want a progressive passer as your number 6. That's what you want. That's what you want. I mean, Pandy is saying Neves is what we deserve, but Benfica is greedy. You know what? If our back line is Ligt and Branthwaite, Matthijs de Ligt, Lisandro Martinez, and Diallo, I think João Neves, Kobe Mainoo, and Bruno Fernandes would work as a midfield, sorry. That's the only way that midfield works. And then you have to have up front one of Xerxes or Højlund. And I think, even then, I'm still scared about the physicality of that side. I'm still scared about it. I'm still scared. Alex and Arnold. Chat. Oh, Jesus Christ, chat. Jesus Christ. Let's move on from Onana, shall we? Vitinha is as good as Neves. Fabian Ruiz as well has had a superb... I mean, I don't know why I've just said his name, but Vitinha just made me think of him. Chat, let me know. Is there anyone at the Euros who you've seen who you would bring in to be our new number 6? Manuel Ugarte is a player who's impressing at the Copa America. Is there anyone in the Euros who you've seen? To me, I've seen a certain Belgian number 6 who's looked phenomenal at the Euros, who I would bring into Manchester United. Anyone got any guesses in the chat? Anyone got any guesses? Let me know. And chat, we are 9 likes away from breaking our record of 70 likes on a stream. If you've been with the stream so far and you've forgotten to, please don't hesitate to leave a like. If you've just joined and enjoying what you're seeing, well, come on, leave a like. Enjoy the channel, subscribe to the channel. I'm here every day at 11 a.m. bringing you the latest and greatest Manchester United news. Chilwell news reel. Oh, I forgot about the Chilwell news. Chat, we have so much to talk about. Oh, let me find the Chilwell news, because that I completely forgot about. Let me talk to you about that very quickly. Let's talk about Chilwell. Please, no, Amadou Onana. We're not talking about Onana anymore, chat. No. I've had enough. I've had enough with you lot bullying me about it. But Chilwell. Ben Chilwell, chat. Shall we discuss him? Potentially Manchester United's new left back. Sammy Mobkel from the Daily Mail. Again, they're coming out with report after report at the moment. Says Chelsea left back Ben Chilwell is among the options Manchester United are considering as they look for competition for Luke Shaw. Now, to me, I don't know if Dan Ashworth thinks Ben Chilwell and Luke Shaw can sort of time their injuries perfectly, so one gets injured and the other's fit, then the other gets injured and the other gets fit again. I don't know if Dan Ashworth thinks they can do that. I've got a news for him. They can't. They can't do that. But yeah, that's the sort of link we've seen at the moment. I actually really like Ben Chilwell. I think he is too injury prone, and we've seen with Luke Shaw and our general backline this season. I do not want our backline having any more injuries. No chance. I mean, chat, we're just calling Amadou Onana an Afro-less Fellaini. I feel hurt. I feel very hurt, chat. I feel very, very, very hurt. You know what? Next season, I'll be watching every single game Amadou Onana plays. And I can't wait till he outperforms anyone in our midfield. Actually, I lie, we have Kobe Mainoo and Bruno Fernandes. But still, let me win. Let me win. 2 hospital left backs they are, though. They are 2 hospital left backs. They are. Kevin Jameson says, any chance we somehow manage to sign both Onana and Branthwaite? Now, let me tell you about Everton at the moment. They have sorted their PSR issues. To some dubious means at best, they have sorted their PSR issues, so they are fine. They've sorted their PSR issues. So they don't need to sell either. They don't even need to sell Ligt and Branthwaite. That doesn't need to happen, chat. It doesn't need to happen. So I think, you know what, they will probably sell one of them, but it will just end up being If it's going to be either, it'll be Ligt and Branthwaite for £70 million. They don't seem to be budging on Onana this summer. Chilwell's injury prone plus shit plus big wages plus 27 years old. And we want someone young. Apologies for the language, chat. Yeah, I think, but he's the right age profile. It's the same thing with Reguilon. Reguilon's what, 27 years old? 26? He's that sort of age. It's perfect for Harry and Mass to come through later. That's what we are sort of focusing on at the moment. To me, it's getting him integrated into the side as quickly as possible, which is why I'd love to sign a centre-back who can play out at left-back, a Hanko, for example, a Ligt and Branthwaite. Or even signing just like a fairly average left-back who would be happy to play back up to a, not generational, but a top talent in, stopgap left-back. Stopgap left-back. You're right. You're so right. You're so right. Here's a Sunbeg McTominay. No. Oh, Carl Duncan. No. No, don't like that. Don't like that. Didn't like that. Malacia. No. Boys, I think Malacia's... I really feel for him because I really did enjoy him as a footballer. But he's missed out a whole year of his development to this injury through a botched surgery, which he chose, mind you. He chose that. I also think Malacia will be effectively done at the club. I mean, I'd love to be proven wrong. My favourite thing in football is being proven wrong, but we'll see. Ben Chilwell, to me, no. I really like the player. I don't like that he's injury prone, and I've always said availability is the best ability. And speaking about a player who's been available when we've needed him the most this season, a man who scored a 120th minute winner against the Scousers. Guess who it is? It's Amad Diallo, a man who I adore on this channel. He is staying at Manchester United. Graham Bailey says Manchester United have turned down an approach from one of Europe's biggest clubs who are willing to pay more than £30 million for Amad. United have made it clear they have zero interest in allowing Amad to leave the club, as he is now considered of huge importance to the first team by Erik ten Hag. This shows two things, chat. One, just how good Amad is. Some of you lot, a while ago, were pooing on this man, saying he's not good, he was going to leave. The Muppeteers said in the Attacking Football podcast that he was going to leave. That there's not really a place for him at United. Erik ten Hag doesn't really rate him. He's gone from not being rated to the Muppeteers of all people saying he's gone to being handed a new contract and a £30 million bid being given into him by one of Europe's biggest clubs. Chat, Amad Diallo, he's that man. He's that man, and he is staying at Manchester United. For who that club could be, in my head, I'm telling myself it's Real Madrid. In actuality, I reckon it's Juventus. If I'm being really honest with myself, because they're one of Europe's biggest clubs, don't have much money, it makes sense to bid £30 million. They're selling Chiesa, they're selling Sule, it makes sense. And chat, again, we are 4 likes away now from 70 likes. It would be amazing if we could hear it while live. Pardon me, sorry. The support you've shown today has been nothing but sensational, and I've really enjoyed this stream. Mups in the mud, they're not. They're not Sosa. It's just how good Amad Diallo is. It's what happens when you score a screamer against Newcastle. They have a lovely little dink ball to, who was it? Was it, who did they play that ball to? To Manu for that goal. Was it against Newcastle as well? Did he get on a goal and assist that game? I think he did. God, he's so good at football. He's so good. Garnacho does the start right wing over him, but Amad Diallo is sensational. I think it is Juve or Milan. I think it is. Amadinho, I mean, I saw a tweet, and I don't agree with it for the most part, saying that Amad Diallo is like if Lionel Messi didn't get any game time before the age of 21. Which, you know what, is fair enough. What's everyone's thoughts on Anthony? Personally, I think there's a player there. Chat, we know my situation with Anthony. I just don't talk about him anymore. I ignore his presence. I pretend he's not here. I pretend he's no longer contracted to the football club. That's how I treat him. Probably Marseille and Deserbi in for Amad. That's not really one of Europe's biggest clubs, though. And they're already going after Mason, so I doubt it. Juve wants Sancho, though. I suspect Amad might be a similar price and is a better player than Jadon Sancho. Shush, but say it quietly, but he's a better player. Stefan saying New Mendes, Theo Hernandez, Alfonso Davies, KADIOGLU. I don't think we'd put KADIOGLU in the same breath as them, to be honest with you. But we'll see. You look like a skinnier version of Højlund. Cheers, mate. Cheers, mate. I get I'm not a professional football player who's a 6'4" man mountain. I accept it. I get it. I get it. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. I got compared to Matthijs de Ligt the other day in the comments of one of the videos. Do I look like de Ligt, chat? I don't think I do. Anthony has the Maguire effect. The price we paid has killed the player. Maguire didn't get killed by the price tag. He got killed by the pressure of the captaincy armband. And you know what? He also got killed by the ruthlessness of United fans as well. Hey ho. That's a violation. It is. Because I don't look... Oh, you know what? No. It's a United stream, not an Alex Talks All stream. That's what it is. That United jersey is fire. Alex, I have it too. So nice, authentic. Yeah, no. If you get the non-authentic version, it sucks. But no, I love this shirt. I love this shirt. I love the shirt. And chat, we're nearly about to finish up the stream. If you've enjoyed it so far, please make sure to smash that like button. We are 3 likes away from 70 likes, hitting our all-time record. I would appreciate all the support. If you've enjoyed the stream so far, make sure you follow me on all platforms at Alex Talks All, as well as smashing that subscribe button. We're so close to 5,000 subscribers, chat. It would mean the world if we can hit it. I'm going to look for any more news. Has any more news dropped? I don't think so, actually. I think we've managed to cover everything. And you know what? To end it on a little bit of Euros talk, we'll end with a quote from Luke Shaw, everybody. Erik ten Hag sent me a little cheeky message about the game versus the Netherlands. It was funny. I'm not going to say what it was about. Ask him. Chat. There's good vibes at Manchester United. Erik ten Hag is dropping his own interview at 4 o'clock. I'll be reacting to that tomorrow at 11 a.m. on the daily mufcMPB morning show. 2 likes away from 70 likes. Come on, chat. 2 more minutes we'll stay here for. And they'll go, which wingers are we looking at? Desiree Doué. We're looking at Soulé as well, I think, a little bit. I know he's very keen to join us. I think Elise was the main name, but he's obviously gone now. But again, this KADIOGLU bloke. Yeah, we didn't really, weren't into him at all before yesterday. I reckon another winger target we identified if we can move on both Mason Greenwood and Jadon Sancho. Big up everyone to the chat. And Alex, thank you for support today, guys. I've really, really enjoyed it. I'll be back here tomorrow at 11 a.m. discussing all the United news that's going to be dropping today. Hopefully, we'll be talking about a here we go, or maybe a few here we goes. Cheers for the stream, chat. 70 likes has been reached. I'll see you all boys tomorrow. Oh my God. What a stream.